jump over to Trump's 100 days because I think we're day 102 right now. Victor Davis Hanson, I think, has been probably the leading intellectual backer
I read
of
him all
Trump.
the time. I read Victor all the time.
Well, let's find out what you think of what he said here about Trump securing the border, and then we're going to cut directly to Chuck Schumer, one of your guys, basically saying he doesn't trust the numbers.
He has completely reversed 10,000 people coming in a day, over 300,000 a month, 12 million in 4 years, to essentially 97, 98% of the border is secure. In fact, there is no open border now. Now he has pivoted to try to address the 12 million people that Joe Biden not only let in, but scattered all over the United States on often state, federal, local subsidy. That's going to be a task. But he has shut the border. No comprehensive immigration reform, none of the things they said was necessary, none of the things that said that it was impossible, that hampered by. He just did it. We've never seen anything like it.
On border security, the White House and Republicans are touting the claim that illegal crossings are down by 95%, godways, as they call them, are down by 99%, and only 9 foreign nationals were released into the country compared to many more under the Biden administration during an equal period.
Look,
is that not a sign that the Republicans...
I'd say one thing to you. I don't trust Trump's numbers.
Okay, so you said earlier maybe around 8 million people. Victor Davis Hanson said 12. The numbers are very confusing. Some people say it might be as high as 15 million, but okay, so let's say it's somewhere between even 8 and 12. It does seem very, very obvious that the border crossings have completely closed. I mean, what do you make? Well, I guess do you agree with Victor Davis Hanson, and what do you make of Schumer's response? We're all watching the same movie and just having two very different emotions.
It seems to me that that he's taken provisions on the border that have brought down the numbers. I don't know the details, but there's obviously a decline. But the problem I have is that's not what the only thing he's focused on. He's doing things like the Abrego case of deporting folks without due process. This mother, who I understand that she was deported because she was undocumented, but she's got American citizens, 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 7-year-old, and then they are pushed out of America because the mother says that I don't want to be separated from my kids. Really, do we have to deport the mother? I mean, he's doing things like that I think have distracted and taken away from efforts that were bipartisan that said we had to do a better job securing the border.
Right. I mean, I think a case with the mother with the 2-year-old kids, this is why the sort of meme of bleeding heart liberals, like, she was illegal. That's just the truth. Whether it's 99% down or 95% down, I mean, we don't see videos like this anymore. This is from 2 years ago. Who do you blame for that? Because when you talk about your parents coming from India, my great-grandparents that came from Eastern Europe, it was people with one bag, people that were not of fighting age. It was a mix of men and women and children and old people. This all seems to be somehow 20 to 40-year-olds, often with young kids. Who do you ultimately put the blame on for what has happened here?
Well, of course, we needed more border security. I mean, that's obvious. But we also needed, in my view, some path to having an ability to work legally in the United States. And then many of the people want to go back to their countries. And, George W. Bush actually was trying to propose that, to say, people should be able to come here, they should be able to work, they should be able to make some money, and then they can go back to their countries. And I blame the Congress for not having, I know the comprehensive immigration reform is kind of a platitude, but the point is there has to be some solution. Vast majority of people often are coming here for economic reasons. It's a good thing that America is the place that everyone in the world still looks up to. And there aren't lines to go to China. There aren't lines to go to Europe or Canada in the same way. But we need to have a process, and we should figure out what that process is.